Today I'm going to be making taco soup. This is a very, very simple recipe. You need 1 pound of ground beef. You need 1 can of pinto beans, corn, 4 ounces of diced green chilies. We just bought the Ortega and those are mild. 1 can of kidney beans, 1 can of petite diced tomatoes. They only had the no salt added at Walmart, but that's okay because you're gonna get tons of salt from everything else, trust me. You need 1 can of ro-tel, diced tomatoes, and green chili. This is actually called chili fixins. And then you need some ranch seasoning and you need some taco seasoning. I have actually used this taco seasoning for something else and saved it so that I could use some in another recipe. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to brown our ground beef, and then we're gonna, if there's any grease in the bottom, we're going to drain that, and then we're gonna come back. I've drained the grease from the ground beef, so now you're just gonna dump in your cans. You do not want to drain them, because this is supposed to be soup, so you want the liquid. So those are my pinto beans, and then I have my can of corn, and then the chilies. And the chilies are not hot, so they won't add any heat. And then we have the kidney beans.
A lot of water.
Yeah, it's a lot of water. Kidney beans and the petite diced tomatoes, and then we're going to do our ro-tel. And that had a lot of tomatoes in it too. Let me just give this a little stir.
Very red.
Okay, and then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of our Hidden Valley Ranch. And this has garlic and onion. Has a lot of good seasonings in it. And honestly, there's not that much more in there. There's probably only
another tablespoon.
Yeah, it's hardly any at all. You know what? I'm going to put the whole packet. So that was a 1 ounce packet, so I just used the whole thing. I do not think that will hurt it at all. And then we're gonna put probably 2.5 tablespoons of our taco seasoning. And honestly, there's not much of that left either because I've already used most of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the rest of the packet. It was probably 2 tablespoons. And then the rest is you're just heating this up. So it just depends on like how much water, how much liquid you want in it. So right now it looks really good. Kevin and I usually like when we make chili, we like it chunky. And I usually don't have a lot of liquid in it. This is probably really a good thickness for me. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, it'll thicken up as it heats up too.
It will, and if you want to add water to it, you can add more water to it.
If you want it soupier.
Yes, if you want it soupier. If you have some shredded cheese, you can add shredded cheese to the top of this. After you've made yourself a bowl, you can add sour cream to it. But right now, we're just going to let it sit here and simmer for probably 20 minutes. So our soup is heated up, and you can see it has plenty of water in it.
And it's boiling.
It's boiling, yeah. I did not add any more water to it. So this is just...
Yeah, that's out of the cans.
The natural juices. And so to this, do you want your cheese first?
Yes.
Or your... So we're going to add cheese to it just like we would if we were having chili or something. And then Kevin wants sour cream with his. So we're going to add a dollop of sour cream.
And once I start eating, I might want crackers. You just never know.
This did not take any time at all to heat up. I think I said like 40 minutes. No, it was like...
I think you said 20.
Oh, 20 minutes. Okay, well, it wasn't that long.
It wasn't even 20 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. It doesn't take... You're just heating everything up. You're heating up the beans and everything. if you wanted to do this in a crock pot, like one of the slow cooker type meals, you could absolutely do
Throw
this.
it all in there.
You could do this in a crock pot. I'd go ahead and still cook my hamburger.
If you don't want the grease.
My ground beef.
Or if you got really lean hamburger too.
Yes.
Like what did you get? I don't even know what
80,
you got.
20.
Okay, 80-20 is going to give you some grease, but if you get the 90 whatever hamburger, you wouldn't have your ground beef. You wouldn't have as much grease in there. I like the flavor. It's spicy.
I like this too. I like that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it with cheese.
I like it with the sour cream. You want to try it with the sour cream?
No.
It's good.
I'm sure it is.
It has a creamy...
I'm sure it is. My thing with cream cheese is I know I'm going to like it. I know it's good. But right now I'm not dependent on it. And so right now I don't know what I'm missing.
Right.
So
added extra calories.
It's just extra calories. That's just like honestly with the cheese. I could have eaten it without the cheese, but I know I want it. That's really nice. I think the heat that we're getting is coming from the taco seasoning.
Probably.
Because the peppers are mild. I know you're not getting heat from that. The chilies, and of course you're not getting any heat from the beans or the tomatoes. Now that ro-tel might have some heat in it. I've never had it by itself to know.
Yeah, I have no clue.
But nothing else would have like that bit of heat but the taco seasoning and maybe that ro-tel.
Right. I'm trying to figure out, I got something that was a little, it wasn't crunchy or anything, it was just a little firmer. I wonder if it's one of those beans.
Maybe. But where you're only using a pound of ground beef, it's
Maybe
not
a tomato too.
It's not like it's too much. You could absolutely tweak this. Like if you you wanted to add a different kind of bean, you could do a different kind of bean. If you wanted to add onion to it, I'm surprised honestly that they didn't use onion, but I'm glad, and this is just a random recipe that I found online.
I like it.
They did not have onion in theirs, but you could use onion. You absolutely do not need onion though, because you're using that Hidden Valley Ranch packet, and it has an onion flavor to it.
And I think maybe the ro-tel may have had a few little onion pieces in there.
Okay.
I can't tell. There's something in there that has a crunchier kind of texture. And I don't know if that's the onion or tomatoes that aren't quite like cooked mushy.
Right.
That could be the corn. I don't know. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's like raw vegetables or anything, because I hate raw vegetables. But there's something has more texture to it, but it almost has an onion-like texture to it. I like it. You can put tortilla chips on top of it.
I was going to say, you could absolutely do tortilla chips. If you had some Fritos, you could crumble up Fritos, put those on it.
Fritos would be good.
Yeah,
or put it on the bottom and put this on top of it.
You could. Yeah. If you like chili, if you like a heavy, hearty type meal like that, like chili, you will really like this.
This is just not as, it's more the taco seasoning flavor than a chili powder flavor.
Yes, than chili powder.
That's really the only difference. It's got more of the peppers flavor, the taco kind of flavors. That's the biggest difference, because at least in our chili, we don't put chilies in there.
No.
But this does, so it really adds a lot of that flavor.
And the corn, I don't taste the corn, but I know it's giving it a little bit of a texture.
It's texture, yeah.
Yes. So
I like it. I like it with the sour cream, by the way.
And this was so simple, so quick and simple. Literally, besides cooking the ground beef, you're just dumping cans in it and going. So this
I can
is
picture
very
making
easy.
that in a slow cooker too.
Yes, it would be perfect. If you're busy, then yes, this is a perfect meal.
Really
So you'll have to let us know, have you ever made taco soup before? What did you put in it? Was it the same ingredients? How did you tweak it a little bit? But I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.